The most remarkable moment in life is when you meet the person that makes you feel complete. The person who makes you laugh uncontrollably, but is also your sounding board. The person with whom you share a bond so special that you can't imagine spending another day of your life without them. For Alyse, that happened about 16 years ago when she met me, and we became best friends on the Glencrest volleyball court. But then she met Pedro, who was pretty special too.
Today is May 15th, 2021.
It is my best friend's lucky day. He's getting married to the love of his life.
It's the day my brother's getting married.
Awesome.
We had one mutual friend, Allie Getmain. The first time we met, I actually bought Allie and Alyse a beer. Alyse came by, grabbed a beer, did not say thanks or hello, and left. Then a couple months later, we got together again. We actually celebrated our birthdays together because they're 2 days apart. And we did a pedal party in Houston, and after that event, we kept in touch and the relationship grew from there.
Pedro had texted me about the proposal before it happened, and he had sent me a couple of places asking about which one do you think that Alyse would like more, which one do you like better. So I did know that it was happening.
Like literally the day that they announced all the travel bans and things like that. So we had to call ahead to the place we were going at, are you guys still open? And they were at that point since it was so new. Luckily they were able to still accommodate us.
We went out to Kyle, Texas. It's a wine area near San Antonio and Austin, and just had a wonderful weekend.
Skip forward, 4 years after that, they're still together, and you can see that their relationship just continues to grow.
We love Pedro. He's always treated Alyse like a princess and is nothing but sweet.
He's a good brother. Since he's a little bit older than me, he can always buy me presents, which is nice.
Pedro's a good guy. You can tell that they love each other. You just want to make sure that whoever she marries is going to take good care of her, and I think he's the right guy.
My favorite thing about Alyse, there's so many. She's just one of those people that when you're talking with her, you know that you're always going to have a good time. I always say her humor and her wit, she's hilarious.
Whatever she sets her mind to, she does. Yeah, 110%.
She definitely has helped me grow as a person, and somehow she picked me out of everybody she could have picked to just spend the rest of her life with, and I just feel incredibly lucky.
I can remember seeing a photo on Facebook of some night out in Houston and asking Alyse who was this guy she was with. And more she would bring up this Pedro guy in our conversations. I had the privilege to finally meet him at a music festival, which was quite an experience. But when I met Pedro, he was nothing but friendly, kind, and treated me like an old friend. And while I have not known Pedro for quite as long as Alyse, it is clear that he brings out the best in her. Her sense of adventure, her loving nature, her strive to do great things and find success. They have worked hard and supported each other to build 2 successful careers. They have traveled the world together and continue to grow and find new places to see. They have become loving dog parents to a very lucky and sometimes spoiled Daniel. And I know Alyse is not one for sentiment, but she is truly her best self with Pedro. And I think I can say that it has brought happiness to all who know Alyse. to be able to watch her flourish and fall in love with a wonderful man.
I'm looking forward to, getting to see them up onto that altar and, say their I do's. I'm very excited for it all, really.
What I'm looking forward to most is when Alyse and her dad walk down the aisle and just the whole ceremony.
It's my first wedding, so I don't really know what to expect. I think it's just gonna be cool to see everything happen. I want to see if it's like in the movies.
I'd like to begin by welcoming everyone, and I feel privileged to be here today among all of you as a witness of their commitment to a lifetime of love for one another. As a close friend of both Elise and Pedro, it's been extremely clear that the two of them represent a perfect pairing because they make each other the best versions of themselves. It's also my personal experiences with Elise and Pedro that highlight the quality of their love. It doesn't matter if I'm on a trolley in Chicago or FaceTiming Elise and Daniel with Pedro in the background adding some commentary. I'm always enjoying myself, and I'm certain that's part of what makes them so special to each of us, how happy we feel when we are with them. And what I wish for them on their wedding day is that their lifetime together is a team of one of happiness, full of those moments that they wish would never end, and that they continue to make one another smile and laugh as much as they make each of us do. Pedro, do you take Alyse to be your wife? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others and holding only unto her forevermore?
I do.
And Alyse, do you take Pedro to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding only unto him forevermore?
I do.
And now, by the power vested in me by the state of Illinois, it is my honor and delight to declare your marriage. Pedro, you may now kiss your bride. Mr. and Mrs. Levite.
What are the two of them like when they're together?
Perfect. They just complement each other so well.
I think that they've both opened each other up to so many different experiences that prior to meeting each other, they would have never done.
Pedro and Elise, anytime they're together, you could just see how happy they truly are. And they've really molded themselves, into one person, essentially. And it's a really awesome thing to see. Raise a toast to everyone here. Honestly, this weekend would not happen without everyone here. I know some people, might have thought that I would be in your seat today, Elise. However, you're honestly the perfect fit for Pedro. So with that being said, I thank you all for letting me be a part of this, and I really appreciate everyone being here for Pedro and Elise. Cheers. So cheers.
From the time Alyse was just a little baby girl, we could tell she was going to be a very independent, determined woman and a force to be reckoned with. To say I'm happy about the fact that she and Pedro moved back to Chicago is an understatement. I want Alyse to know that I love her very much. Now I want you to give us grandkids.
About my son, when he was about, I think it was first grade, and there was a race for the first grader. And they start running, and the kid next to Pedro fell. And guess what he did? He stopped, he helped the kid. Everybody was like, oh. So, that's what you are getting, Alyse. A toast to the newly married couple. All right?
Alyse, the past 5+ years have been an incredible journey. From our travels to Cuba, Venezuela, and Thailand, to the moments we've shared together, like walking 1.5 miles in knee-deep Harvey floodwaters just to get back to our apartment, to adopting Daniel on impulse and raising him to be the goodest of boys, to getting engaged on the last weekend before the world shut down. I can't wait to see what the future will bring to us, but I know we're in good hands. I promise to be there with you for all the peaks and valleys that life will bring. I promise to continue supporting your crazy 400+ day running streak. And most importantly, I promise to be your rock and give you all the love I can possibly give. I love you.
Pedro, from the moment I met you, I knew you were special. I felt a sense of calmness and ease in your presence, and it's a feeling I still retreat to today. I feel so lucky that I get to marry my best friend and carry out a lifetime of adventures together. As your wife, I vow to listen and to learn from you. I vow to let you believe that you are Daniel's favorite parent, even though we all saw that it was the opposite. Most importantly, while I've been yours for a long time already, I now vow to be yours forever.